Well, hello there, everybody. This is Gwenno Dafydd from the Alternative BBC. The bathroom broadcasting coach is broadcasting once again from her bathroom. It's session 23, it's the 14th of April, and today we're going to look at boundaries. Yesterday we looked at how to say no nicely, and one of the things we have to do is to offer alternatives. We could use the stuck record method, or we could use kiss, kick, kiss. Now, today I'm going to talk about boundaries. And when I was in college, I was training to become a PE teacher. And I remember hearing this wonderful word, and it was called the kinosphere. And the kinosphere is really your aura. It's that area of aura of a personal space, really. And if someone's too touchy-feely, you feel invaded. If people come too close to your kinosphere, you do feel invaded or intruded upon. I used to tell my daughter when she was a young girl, don't do that. I don't like it, as a way of creating firm physical boundaries. Now, with boundaries, it's very, very important to be clear and firm. Some people, when you give them an inch, they will take a mile. They don't respect your boundaries. You have to be very firm and clear about what you agree to do or not to do. Now, some people have got flaky boundaries, and these can be spotted by those vultures a mile away, and they will take advantage of goodwill and generosity. You need also to be careful of those who move the goalposts. That is, you agree to something, and then before you know it, you've ended up doing something entirely different. A way of moving the goalposts is, in some ways, we started off having a 3-week lockdown, but now it's going to be a lockdown until the 4th of May, or possibly even further. Now, I spotted something today on LinkedIn, as it happened, and it just fitted in quite nicely with what I have been doing today. So if you can see now, you've got two patterns here, which is the now, well, the previous now, previous to the COVID crisis, and you would have the boundaries of uncertainty. They would be quite present, but they would be verging on the outskirts of between going from now to the future. Now, if you look at the difference between that diagram and the diagram of the present now, the COVID crisis now, you can see that the direct line between now and the future is not as clear. In fact, we are more uncertain of our positions in society than we have done for a very, very long time. There's a tremendous amount of uncertainty about, and it is quite disturbing, really. And of course, it's having an effect on people's mental health. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be discussing something that I also developed with my daughter when she was growing up, and it's called the plisgyn aur. Plisgyn is shell in Welsh, aur means gold. So it's the golden shell. It's about protecting your personal self, really. So it's I'm going to have a look at the golden shell tomorrow, and I just want to say, whilst we're at it, I hope you enjoyed singing on your doorstep yesterday, and I'd just like to make one thing perfectly clear. The group Sing for Wales was set up by 5 people, and about 10-11 days after it was set up, the BBC came on board. I've had lots of people saying, oh, it's the BBC's initiative. No, it isn't the BBC's initiative. It was set up by 5 people who worked really hard for 2 weeks. I was one of those people. The idea was set up by Sarah Evans, and I want to make those boundaries quite clear as well. They came on board at a later date, but it's not the BBC's idea to sing for Wales. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be talking to you about a plisgyn aur, the golden shell. Have a good evening and keep safe and sing. Bye.